Hello everyone, it's Rachel from Sage here. How are you today? I apologise for not uploading last week. I made 4 videos and I didn't like any of them, so I didn't post them. For the week I came back from Europe, was really happy with those, and then I kind of lost my mojo again, so let's see if I can get it back today. Today's video is going to be a bit of a product update, things that I've been using now for a month or so, as well as some pans. I have some new pans to show you. So this look today, I hope you like it. I'm calling it a Christmas in July look. I've got a sort of a red and white top here and the green eye look. And that look is created with the BH Lit List Miss Claus. Santa's daughter is here to slay. S-L-E-I-G-H. You can still get this on eBay, I think. So if you like this sort of thing, you like big palettes, you might be interested in getting it. You can see there's lots of beautiful shadows there. So today I used that one, and I used that one, and I used that one, and that one, which is the most glorious satin matte. See that? Isn't that amazing? That's on the inner corner. And what else did I use? Oh yes, I always use that as my base shade, and that's where the pan is. That appeared today when I was doing my makeup. So yes, I use this palette quite a bit. The reds, I actually used the reds last night when I went out, and this one here is just glorious. Look at that, isn't that amazing? And this one, you think, what on earth would that do? But that's what it does. It's a peachy red. They just look great together. So I wore those. I went to a concert last night and it was really good. So yeah, it's good to get out and about. You know, still getting back into those things, aren't we? So I have got some lashes on today. I just felt like wearing some, and eyeliner. And my base products, I've just got this one on today. I'm halfway through this bottle. And didn't do any concealer today. Just put some NYX lingerie. I actually put 2 colours on because the bottom colour I wasn't happy with, so I topped it. I didn't want to go too red. And the eyebrow products, I'm really liking these at the moment. I have tinted my eyebrows recently and given them a tidy up because they were quite feral. But this is excellent. It gives you that lamination effect. It does, once it's down and dry, you cannot move this though. So you got to work pretty quickly with it, but it's brilliant, and you can get it from Woolies in Australia. Now this Feather Brow from Barry M, this is great. I've always been kind of wary of these brow tip, like pen tip brow products. I've always liked a more conventional crayon or pencil, but this, I really like it, and it works very, very quickly and easily. And if you make a mistake, it's okay. You can just quickly get your concealer brush and just wipe it off, and it's fine. So really happy with that, and it goes well with this, but you got to wait until this is fully dry, and of course once it's dry there's no moving it, just letting you know that. Okay, so let's move on to some more pans that I have. Now this is one of my favorite single shadows, the L'Oreal Mono Matte Samantha Rizundu, you know what I'm talking about. This one is in Force, so it's a cool tone brown, neutral tone brown. You can see there's a really big pan there. I use this a lot as a base shade. You can use it as a contour on here, all sorts of things. It's really, really versatile, and you can even do it with your finger. And that's what I did in Europe when I took it away with me. So anyone that sells L'Oreal, the full range of L'Oreal makeup, will have these. Chemist Warehouse has them, Priceline has them, and I get mine from Cosmetic Capital. Okay, some more pan in my favorite bronzer by Napoleon Purtis, which is an Australian brand. Mosaic Harmony bronzing powder. The pans are getting big, folks. There's even a new one emerged. Oh, that's just appeared today. Wow. So now I need to really focus on using the sides a bit more, because you can see that the middle has gotten really flattened out. So I need to, I'm actually focusing on using this side at the moment, the cooler tone shades. So I've got that on my face today as well. I did finish the NARS concealer. I can't get anything else out of it, and it was going dry. Like, it was going onto my face draggy because it was so dry, because there was so little of it left. So that one is done, it's finished. Now, 3 brow products all finished at the same time. I used them a lot, you know, and because I'm filming, because I'm doing my own makeup, because I was traveling, I went through the pencils very quickly, and they didn't seem to have a lot of product in them. So I just let you know that some of these more budget brands like Wet n Wild don't really have a lot of product in them. So I guess that's the trade-off that you get for paying the reduced price. Now, it is a good pencil though, the Micro Brow from Wet n Wild, really nice, very fine tip, and a nice, really small spoolie on the other end, so you can really brush them through. Very similar to that was the LA Girl Shady Slim Brow Pencil. I did, however, like the color of the Wet n Wild, the more ash brown. This one was a bit warmer. Very similar though, like almost identical in component and size and everything. So look at that. The other one I finished is this sort of a angled brow pencil, very similar to my favorite Natio one, from Moira. Really, really good. I will, if I can get another Natio one, I'll get another Natio one, but if I can't, I'll get one of these again, if I can find this again. So this is the thing, you get stuff, sometimes then suddenly it's out of stock, and then you've got to go hunting around for something else. And so this is why I'm always seeking out brow products to talk about with you, so that if you see them, you might like to try them out. And none of these are very expensive. The dearest one was the Moira one. I think it was 15. Product use updates. The Dermina oil cleanser that I featured in an Instagram reel. Don't know whether I posted it on YouTube, I can't remember now, but you can see a lot has gone. I think my daughter's been using it too. I also think my husband's been using it. It's really light, and I think that's why they like it, because it's not the oil cleanser that I traditionally use, because it foams. Now, I would say for me, as a mature skin person, this is really lovely, and I'll be using this in summer a hell of a lot more. But it does have a fragrance, and I did notice the other night for the first time that I got a little bit of eye stinging after using it. Maybe it got into my eye a little bit too close, but that's the first time that's happened, so maybe there was something else there, I don't know. It's not an oily oil. It's really a stupid thing to say, isn't it? But because it foams, it's not greasy. There's very little residue left behind, so you might really like that if you have an oilier skin but you still need to get your eye makeup off or heavy makeup off. This is a nice option if you can find it, if you're traveling like I was. But it's so unique. This is the thing, we have the certain products that we have in Australia, and then there's this whole other literal world of cosmetics out there. So if you can find something like this online and you want an oil cleanser that is good, suitable for an oilier skin type or a humid environment like North Queensland or whatever, look for Dermina's Mousse Radiance Cleansing Foaming Oil. Yes, the packaging is very similar. It has a merest of fragrances, very, very light fragrance, and it does that foaming thing as well. I think I'll be using this in summer more than I'm needing it now in winter. I noticed after using it, my skin was a little dry, not crunchy or tight, just just a tiny bit, needing a bit of hydration. So I was reaching for my serum straight away before my skin dried after my shower. But there's certainly nothing wrong with it. And I know Filorga is a brand that's available. If you're a Qantas frequent flyer member, you can use the Qantas reward shop, and Filorga is one of the brands that's in that shop. So it's I guess considered a higher end brand here in Australia, whereas in France it's a pharmacy brand. So that's interesting, I thought. The La Roche-Posay Anthelios UV Muni 450 plus fluid, tinted fluid. Now I'm wondering if I bought the same thing that I used to have, or if this is a different product. I've got a feeling that this is, because I bought this in France, this is actually the European version of what we have here. So the one we have here is different and has slightly different wording there. The other thing I've noticed, it's the same color, but it smells really different. The one that we buy here, the tinted fluid in the same packaging that we get here, smells like, has a rose scent about it. This one, what does it smell like? Oh, I just can't pick the smell. It's a floral smell, but it's not roses and it's not lavender. It's like, not jasmine, could be jasmine. Yeah, it's got more of a jasmine scent. It really took my breath away when I first used it, because it's quite strong, and I'm not really sure why La Roche-Posay insist on putting fragrance in their sunscreens, because their sunscreens are magnificent. I mean, my favorite sunscreen of all time is this one, but it's not fragranced, non-perfume cream. As you can see, this is a well-loved tube as well. I just race through them. They're so expensive here in Australia now, but it's just the best, and it's the only one I can put near my eyes. So yeah, but the feel and everything of this tinted fluid was the same, because I even put this on my hands and my arms to sort of, and my chest to sort of match the color of my skin with my face makeup. So it works well, but it's a different smell and the labeling's different, but it's still saying 50 plus. So I hope that it is as good as the other one that we can get in Australia in the same packaging. It's that shaker one. Yeah. Some of the other pharmacy purchases that I made when I was in Europe, the Aveeno Nourishing Oat Cleanser. Now, I haven't actually used all of it, but this was the one that the lid broke, and I got it all the way back to Australia, and then it fell off the shelf in the shower at the hotel in Sydney after we'd got home. So the lid broke, and then I sealed it up and I've decanted it into another dispenser. So I haven't actually used it all. It's just gone into another container in my bathroom, and I'm using that up now. So it is lovely, very soothing, great for this time of year. So Aveeno don't have the same range here in Australia as they do in other countries, but this Calm and Restore range, I really wish we could get it here in Australia. The Aveeno regular range is nice, but this is heaps better. On that note, look how much of the serum I've used already. Man, this is great. Anytime when I'm just feeling parched, I will just pop this on, and it's just like a drink of water for the skin. The Calm and Restore 888 serum, just beautiful, unfragranced, brilliant, would suit any skin type, sensitive, mature, dry, oily, everybody. It's just beautiful, and you can use it on the under eye area. You can even use it, I can even use it on my eyelids, which is normally a no-go for these sorts of things. But if you can get hold of this, and you tend to find that in the winter you're getting dry because of heating, or the weather, the wind, whatever, if you can get some or something similar. The Dermaveen oat serum is similar, but it's not as silky as this. This is, your skin just looks like glass. It's just like instantaneous hydration. It's incredible. The companion product to that, because I couldn't get the gel cream over there, sold out everywhere, the Calm and Restore night cream. This is really nice, but it's quite thick. So it really is a night cream, and there's not a huge amount of product in there, so I'll probably be finished this fairly soon, knowing me, because I put the night cream on over the retinol, or as my last step. It's usually the last thing I do before bed after everything else is settled into the skin. On that note, the A313, the cult product of French pharmacy, retinol, high strength, in an emollient base. It's basically a jelly, okay? It's not a cream, and it's thick, and it goes a long way. All right, you can see it's really shiny. That's because it's a jelly, like Vaseline, like solid Vaseline. It has a curious chemical smell, not off-putting, but I've noticed, because my regular retinol, which is a prescription one, is in a cream base, and it's nice, the Retrieve, lots of people use it, I know. This though, because it already has a jelly base, a petroleum, well, I don't know if it's petroleum base, but the emollient base, it really fills in, softens. I can see here, because I stopped using retinol for a month when I was away, and these lines have softened unbelievably. These lines have softened, not as much, because my 11s are always there because I squint all the time. And here, I only take it to there, but this is much less pronounced. And I'm not wearing concealer today. This line here that I always have is much less pronounced since I've been using this. So, is it the extra hydration that this product gives? I think it might be. I don't think I could tolerate this in summer. I think I'd be feeling like a greasy pig. But in the winter, and the strength of the retinol, which is significant, this is really incredible. And it's not available in Australia. You can get it on the web, I'm pretty sure, but I haven't investigated that because I'm not even sure if that's really good. Like the TGA would really like that sort of thing going on. But anyway, I got this legitimately over the counter in a French pharmacy. I asked the pharmacist for it, and they gave it to me, and they asked me questions about, have I used retinol before, etc. I said, yes, I have. And I said, I've wanted to try this for a few years. And they said, we get a lot of people coming in from the US and Australia and other countries wanting this product. So I was not the first, and obviously I won't be the last. So as far as the retinol delivery goes, yes, it's working. And the emollient nature of the base that it's in really seals onto the sticks onto the skin and seals the skin. I can see my skin looks better in the last month than even with my LED mask and all the other things I've been doing in the last couple of years. The last month I have not, I'm so super happy with how my skin's looking now. And here as well, that's even better. Look at that. That was so blotchy and red. I haven't got any makeup on down there. That's just my natural skin. So that to me is a win. And like I said, I'll be using it through the winter, and then in summer, well, I may not use retinol, or I might just switch back to basic sunscreen and washing my face and keeping it very simple, but I may go back to the Retrieve. that is the update so far. Thank you for your time. Thank you for your patience. And I appreciate you watching. And if you like my video, please give it a thumbs up. Please consider subscribing and have a look at my other videos in my playlist. There might be something there that you find helpful, interesting, maybe even amusing. Okay, have a wonderful day, everyone. And sorry once again for the noise outside. We live on a farm, so it's like, not much I can do about it, I'm afraid. Okay then, bye.